Have you ever felt that subtle kind of creeping sensation of
Mm.
just slowing down a little more each year?
Mhm.
Maybe your arms, they don't quite lift as easily,
Right.
or walking up a flight of stairs leaves you catching your breath, even though, well, your routine hasn't really changed much.
Yeah, it's familiar to a lot of folks.
It's not like a sudden shift. It's just there.
Yeah,
That quiet realization that simple tasks are getting a little harder.
exactly.
Now, aging, it's a journey we all take, right?
Mm.
But feeling weak or unsteady or sort of disconnected from your own body, that doesn't have to be, an inevitable part of it.
No, it really doesn't. And what you're describing, that gradual, quiet loss of strength, well, there's a scientific term for it, sarcopenia.
Sarcopenia, okay.
It's the natural age-related decline of muscle mass. And honestly, it affects nearly every person over 60 to some degree.
Wow, nearly everyone.
Yeah. But here's the crucial insight, the really important part. While it is a natural process, it's far from irreversible.
Okay, that's good news.
It is. Decades of research, studies from leading institutions have clearly shown there are powerful, natural ways to actively push back against this decline.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. That's our mission.
Hmm.
We're going to explore 5 natural, incredibly simple and science-backed powders that can really help rebuild muscles and restore that vital energy after 60.
Yeah, simple but effective.
Exactly. These aren't magic pills or anything. Think of them more like quiet helpers, powerful tools you can easily, incorporate into your daily routine to gently support your body from the inside out.
That's a great way to put it. Tools, not miracles.
Right. And I have to say, I'm genuinely intrigued by this one. The last powder on our list today might just be the one that surprises you the most.
Oh,
Yeah, it's truly unlike anything you might have considered before.
okay. Looking forward to that one.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's start with a powder that, well, it might sound familiar, but chances are you've never looked at it quite like
Yeah.
this. Whey protein.
Whey. The
Oh.
classics.
Right. When you hear whey, your mind might instantly jump to, bodybuilders lifting heavy weights, big muscles.
That's the common image, yeah.
But how does that translate to the kind of gentle, sustained strength we're actually looking for in older adults? Is it really that different, or is it overkill?
That's a really great question. Because the real power of whey protein for an aging body isn't just about building, like, bulky muscle.
Oh, okay.
It's more about how incredibly bioavailable it is.
Bioavailable, meaning?
Meaning your body can absorb and utilize it very, very quickly. And critically, its exceptional richness in a specific amino acid called leucine.
Leucine. Okay, I've heard of that.
Right. Leucine acts almost like a light switch for your muscle-building machinery. It effectively turns on the process your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle tissue.
A light switch. I like that.
Yeah. And while younger muscles respond pretty easily to most proteins, as we get older, our muscles become a bit more, well, resistant. Maybe a little. They need a louder, clearer signal to get going. And leucine, which is found in higher concentrations in whey than almost any other protein source, provides exactly that strong signal.
So it overcomes that resistance.
It helps to, yes. And, while we've long talked about that anabolic window right after activity.
Drink your shake immediately.
Exactly. What's truly fascinating for older adults, and what researchers are emphasizing now, is how crucial consistent, high-quality protein like whey is throughout the entire day, not just in one burst.
So it's more about the steady supply.
Sustained signals often seem more beneficial than just those acute bursts, especially as we age.
Okay. So let's picture this. Imagine you've just finished your morning walk or maybe a bit of gardening. Nothing too strenuous.
Right, just normal activity.
If you were to have, say, a small smoothie afterward with just 1 scoop of whey protein, what's happening then?
Well, your muscles would receive a really rich, rapid dose of those critical amino acids, especially leucine. It's like handing your muscles the exact building materials they need right when they're primed to use them after that activity.
Got it. And does this actually translate into noticeable differences, like in real life?
Absolutely. We saw a recent study, for example, where older adults were doing just light resistance exercises.
Okay.
One group got whey protein daily, the other didn't, just the exercise.
Mhm.
The whey group gained significantly more lean muscle, improved their leg strength, and even had better balance compared to the exercise-only group.
Better balance, too. That's huge.
It really is. These aren't just abstract numbers on a page. These are real people being able to, walk longer, stand with more confidence.
Yeah.
and even potentially reduce their risk of falls, which is a major concern. It absolutely makes a tangible difference in daily life. We actually heard a story about a gentleman, George, 72 years old.
Okay.
He felt his legs were really giving up on him. He said even standing in a grocery line was becoming tiring.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see how that would be frustrating.
Very. So he started adding just 1 scoop of whey protein to his morning oatmeal. That's it.
Simple change.
Very simple. And he told us, just 3 months later, he said, I feel like my legs belong to me again.
Wow. Belong to me again. That's powerful.
Isn't it? It wasn't about him suddenly wanting to sprint a marathon. It was about getting through his day without that constant worry about his legs failing him. That's the kind of quiet victory that truly matters.
George's story is incredibly inspiring. Really is. But, for every George, there might be someone listening who's wondering, okay, but what if it doesn't work for me?
Sure.
Are there factors that might limit these results or maybe tips for maximizing them?
That's fair. And it's true, whey protein isn't perfect for absolutely everyone. Some people are lactose intolerant, for instance.
Right, the dairy aspect.
Exactly. Though it's worth noting that many modern whey isolate products are processed to remove most, if not almost all, of the lactose. So that might be an option.
Ah, isolate. Good tip.
But for those who can tolerate it, really, the biggest factor is making it a habit. Consistency.
Just sticking with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adding it maybe once a day, especially sometime after even light activity. Send your body that clear, consistent message. Let's rebuild.
Okay.
And the amazing thing is your body listens. Even in your 70s or 80s, your muscles are still very much capable of repair and renewal with the right support. They haven't given up.
That's really encouraging. Okay, so if whey isn't quite the right fit, maybe due to those sensitivities we mentioned, our next quiet helper steps in. Pea protein.
Ah, yes, pea protein, a fantastic option.
Don't let the name fool you, right? This isn't about like mushy peas from dinner.
Not at all. No, this powder comes from yellow split peas, actually.
Yellow split peas, okay.
And it's just a wonderful plant-based option that's both deeply nourishing and, for many older adults, often much easier to digest.
Easier digestion is a big plus.
It really is. And what truly sets pea protein apart, beyond just being plant-based, is its richness in a different amino acid called arginine.
Arginine. Okay, not leucine this time.
Right. It might not get as much press as leucine,
Right.
but arginine plays a really crucial role in opening up your blood vessels and improving blood flow.
Oh, interesting. Circulation.
Exactly. Think of it as nature's way of helping nutrients move more freely throughout your body. And that's absolutely vital for muscle health. Good circulation ensures your muscles get more oxygen, more fuel, more of what they need to heal, grow, and stay active.
So it helps deliver the goods, basically.
You got it. Now, a common question I hear is, well, is plant-based protein like pea less effective than animal-based like whey?
Yeah, that's a perfectly valid question. I was wondering that myself.
And it's a good one. Interestingly, there was a study in 2023 that directly compared how older adults' muscles responded to pea protein versus whey protein.
Okay, a head-to-head comparison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The researchers might have even expected whey to come out clearly ahead given its reputation.
Right.
But they were genuinely surprised. Both groups showed similar levels of muscle protein synthesis.
Really? Similar.
Yep. Meaning their bodies were equally able to use the protein to build and repair muscle, as long as the dose was sufficient. Pea protein truly stood toe-to-toe with whey in that regard.
Wow. That's actually quite compelling, especially, like you said, if you avoid dairy or just prefer plant-based options for whatever reason.
It is. And you're still getting all those essential amino acids, the fundamental building blocks your muscles crave, often without the bloating or discomfort that some people experience with milk-based powders.
That makes a lot of sense. So, real-world experience. Any stories like George?
Yes, we heard about Helen, a 69-year-old friend, actually. She'd always struggled with digestion after trying various protein supplements over the years. Just couldn't find one that agreed with her.
Okay, so she was sensitive.
Very. She eventually tried pea protein, just mixing it into her morning smoothie. And she told us, she said, it felt like my body just accepted it. No fuss.
That's simple.
That's simple. And within just a few weeks, she felt steadier on her feet. She noticed she didn't get as tired walking to the park, and her energy just lasted longer through the day, all without any stomach upset.
That's fantastic. Gentle but effective.
That's the beauty of pea protein. Gentle on the gut, powerful where it matters, and free of those common allergens like dairy, gluten, and soy.
So how do you use it then? Is it similar to whey?
Very similar, really simple. Just like whey, you can stir it into a smoothie, you can sprinkle it into oatmeal, or even mix it into things like soup or mashed sweet potatoes.
Soup. Okay, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Especially the unflavored versions, they blend in pretty easily without changing the taste much. The key, as always, is just consistency. Finding a way to make it part of your routine.
Right, that daily habit again.
Exactly. And with that steady routine, you'll likely begin to notice those small but really significant changes. Maybe walking a bit longer without needing a rest, getting out of a chair with less effort, feeling like your legs are just more dependable under you. That's the kind of progress pea protein supports. Slow, steady, and truly sustainable.
Okay, so we've covered direct muscle fuel with whey and pea. But beyond that, there's another crucial component, one that's often overlooked, I think, in this discussion of strength and mobility: collagen.
Ah, collagen, yes, very important.
You might mostly associate it with, skincare ads promising fewer wrinkles.
That's where you usually hear about it.
Yeah, but it's real magic, especially for older adults, goes much, much deeper, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. If we zoom out a bit, the broader impact of collagen is immense. It isn't just any protein. It's literally the scaffolding inside your body.
Scaffolding, okay.
It forms the fundamental structure of your tendons, your ligaments, your cartilage, even the connective tissue that wraps around and holds your muscles together.
So it's like the infrastructure.
Precisely. And as we age, our natural collagen production unfortunately drops quite significantly. That's a big part of why joints start to ache and why muscles might not feel as firm or as connected as they used to.
Makes sense. Things get a bit looser, maybe.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
But the good news is that collagen peptides, which is the powdered form that's been broken down for easier absorption, can effectively help replenish what time is quietly taking away.
Okay, peptides. So that's the form to look for. Now let's be upfront here. Collagen isn't really a powerhouse for direct muscle growth, is it? Not like whey or pea.
That's correct. It's
Yeah.
much lower in that key muscle-building amino acid, leucine.
Okay.
But, and this is but here's where it becomes incredibly interesting and valuable. Collagen truly shines in supporting the framework around your muscles.
The scaffolding you mentioned.
Exactly. Think of your muscles as the engine of a car. Collagen is like the suspension system, the shock absorbers, the chassis holding it all together. You can have strong muscles, but if your tendons and ligaments are weak or brittle, everything feels unstable. Movement is compromised.
Right. You need the whole system working together.
You do.
Yeah.
And that's why some studies on seniors using collagen peptides are so compelling. There was one clinical trial, I think is from Germany. They took older men who had age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia. They had them do simple resistance exercises and take 15 grams of collagen peptides daily.
15 grams, okay.
After just 12 weeks, compared to the control group who only did the exercises, the collagen group not only gained significantly more lean muscle.
Wait, they did gain muscle, I thought you said.
They did. It's not its primary role like leucine-rich proteins, but by supporting the connective tissue structure and potentially reducing inflammation or improving nutrient delivery to the muscle, it seems to facilitate better results from the exercise.
Ah, okay. Indirectly helping muscle gain.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And they also reported improved strength and had a noticeable drop in fat mass. That combination, more muscle, more strength, less fat, is a truly rare and comprehensive benefit from a single supplement.
Wow, that is impressive. More than just joints.
Much more. And this naturally leads us to ask, well, how does that translate to real life? We heard about Teresa, 68 years old.
Okay.
She started adding collagen, just stirred it into her afternoon tea. Her main goal initially was just to help with her stiff knees.
Just wanted some joint relief.
Right. But about 2 months in, she noticed something else. She could go up and down the stairs with significantly more confidence, less hesitation, less holding the rail.
Interesting.
She said, and I love this quote, "It's like something finally clicked. My legs feel more connected again."
More connected. That feeling George mentioned too.
It's that sense of integrity.
Right.
That isn't a scientific term, obviously, but it speaks volumes about what collagen does. It quietly and gently helps reconnect the pieces, allowing your whole musculoskeletal system to function more cohesively.
And here's something I think people will appreciate. Collagen peptides are almost completely tasteless and odorless, right?
Generally, yes.
Yeah.
Especially the hydrolyzed types.
So you can stir them into coffee, mix them into soup, blend them into smoothies, and you probably won't even notice they're there.
Exactly. Makes compliance much easier. Plus, they tend to be incredibly easy on the stomach for most people. That's good. And are there other benefits? You mentioned joints, obviously.
Yes, beyond movement support, collagen also directly supports joint comfort. It contributes to bone density and, yes, even skin elasticity. That's the one people know. This is because it contains high amounts of specific amino acids like glycine and proline,
Okay.
which are essential for repairing tissue throughout the entire body.
So it's really a whole body support system.
It truly is. Oh, and a useful tip for you listening. Always try to pair your collagen intake with some vitamin C.
Vitamin C. Why is that?
Even just, a slice of orange, a few strawberries, or a supplement. Vitamin C is crucial for the body's own collagen synthesis process. It helps your body utilize the collagen you consume more effectively.
Good tip. Collagen plus C. Got it. Okay, let's shift our focus now to something that I think might truly surprise some people. Brown rice protein powder.
Ah, yes, an
Right.
underrated one.
Definitely. When you hear rice, you probably just think of, a simple side dish. Carbs, basically.
That's the common association. But tucked away inside each grain is something far more powerful. Protein that, when it's carefully extracted, becomes this gentle yet remarkably effective tool to help rebuild muscle, especially for older adults.
You're right. It is surprisingly effective. Brown rice protein doesn't have maybe the flashy reputation of whey,
No.
but what it does have is an incredibly soothing, hypoallergenic nature,
Hypoallergenic,
meaning it's very unlikely to cause allergic reactions or digestive upset. This makes it ideal for anyone with a sensitive stomach, food allergies, or perhaps chronic inflammation issues.
okay, that covers a lot of people.
It does. As we age, our digestive systems don't always behave the way they used to, right?
Tell me about it.
And many seniors struggle with gas or bloating or just discomfort after meals, especially if they're trying to add more protein through other sources. That's where brown rice protein really steps in with this quiet kind of grace.
A gentle option.
Very gentle, it's easy to digest, it's free of dairy, gluten, and soy, the big common allergens. And yet, and this is the key part, when taken in the right amount, it can actually build muscle just as effectively as some of the other options we've discussed.
Now, I know that sounds like a pretty significant claim, rice protein being as effective as whey, for example. Does the science really support that?
It does, surprisingly. There was a well-known study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition.
Oh,
Researchers gave one group of people brown rice protein after exercise, and another group got the exact same amount of whey protein. Standard comparison.
right.
8 weeks later, they measured muscle gain and strength improvements. And the result? Both groups had gained virtually the same amount of muscle and strength. No significant difference.
Wow. Rice held its own against whey.
It absolutely did. Now, granted, that study focused on younger adults, but the takeaway is powerful. Rice protein is not some weak alternative. It genuinely has muscle-building potential. And for seniors, especially those who are vegetarian or vegan or maybe just very dairy sensitive, this could very well be the missing piece in their muscle health puzzle.
It opens up a really viable option for them.
Definitely.
Uh.
We heard a story about a Mr. Lem, a 76-year-old retired math teacher.
Okay.
He had developed sensitivities to both dairy and soy later in life, and had basically been avoiding most protein supplements because of it.
So his options were limited.
Very limited. And he felt he was losing muscle faster than normal, feeling weaker. He started adding just 1 scoop of brown rice protein, blended into his warm pumpkin soup every evening.
Pumpkin soup. Nice way to take it.
Yeah. And 3 months in, he told us something really simple, but I found it profoundly meaningful. He said, "I don't dread getting up in the morning anymore."
Wow. That says it all, doesn't it?
It really does. If we look at the larger mosaic of health, the strength we lose doesn't just affect how we move. It profoundly affects how we feel, our energy, our outlook, our overall quality of life. And seemingly small changes, like adding a scoop of rice protein to your soup, can truly shift that entire experience of aging.
So what makes brown rice protein unique, aside from being so easy to tolerate? Is there anything else special about its composition?
Well, it contains a good balance of amino acids overall. It's particularly noted for having decent amounts of methionine and cysteine.
Okay, what do those do?
They're known to play roles in cell repair, detoxification processes in the body, and even supporting joint health to some extent. So you're getting those added benefits too.
Nice little bonus.
Yeah. And practically speaking, it usually has a fairly smooth, neutral flavor, maybe slightly earthy but not strong, which makes it incredibly easy to mix into just about anything: soups, stews, even mashed vegetables, oatmeal.
Versatile.
Very versatile. It's kind of a quiet favorite among those who use it regularly, especially older adults looking for something reliable and non-irritating.
Okay. And now, we've arrived at our final powder. Something truly unique, you said.
Yes, this one's quite different.
Something that doesn't just feed your muscles, but actively nourishes your entire body from the inside out. This is the one I mentioned earlier that might completely shift your perspective on what these quiet helpers can do.
I think it might.
Spirulina powder.
Ah, spirulina. The
Oh.
deep green powerhouse.
It's not your typical protein supplement, is it? It doesn't come from a farm or a field in the way we usually think.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
In fact, spirulina is a type of blue-green algae. It grows naturally in freshwater lakes and specially constructed sunlit ponds.
Algae. Okay. Some people might be put off by that idea.
Perhaps initially. But it's been consumed for centuries in some cultures and has been called a superfood, even a gift from nature, for very good reason.
So what makes it so special in this context for strength and energy after 60?
Well, the key to understanding spirulina's unique power is that while it is remarkably high in protein, typically around 60 to 70% protein by dry weight, which is huge.
Wow, that is high.
It is. But what truly makes it special for aging bodies is how much more it brings to the table beyond just protein.
Okay, like what?
It's absolutely packed with an incredible array of essential micronutrients. We're talking B vitamins, bioavailable iron, which is often hard to get, magnesium, beta-carotene,
So vitamins and minerals.
yes, and one very powerful unique blue pigment called phycocyanin.
Phycocyanin. That sounds interesting. What does that do?
That's really one of its superpowers. Phycocyanin is a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compound.
Antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. So, okay.
You see, as we get older, our bodies often face this state that researchers sometimes call inflammaging.
Inflammaging, like inflammation and aging combined.
Exactly. It's this level chronic inflammation that kind of simmers in the background. And it slowly but steadily contributes to breaking down muscle tissue, stiffening joints, and just draining our overall energy levels.
Right, that background wear and tear.
Precisely. Spirulina, largely thanks to this phycocyanin compound, steps in like a calm, steady repair crew, actively fighting that cellular damage and inflammation.
So it's protective then, not just building, but protecting what you have.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's protective at a cellular level. There was a truly fascinating study done with older adults who took spirulina daily for 16 weeks.
Okay.
They measured various markers. Not only did their antioxidant levels in their blood go up significantly,
Good.
but their inflammatory markers went down. Specifically, a compound called IL-6, which is directly linked to muscle breakdown and frailty in seniors, decreased significantly.
Wow. So it's not just helping you feel better, it's literally helping to shield your muscle tissue from damage at the source.
Exactly right. That's a profound difference compared to just providing protein building blocks. It's doing both.
That really is unique. Any stories for spirulina?
Yes, we heard about Patrick, 70 years old. He admitted he was quite skeptical at first. He even jokingly called it pond scum.
Ha! Okay, relatable skepticism.
Right. But he decided to give it a try. A few weeks into taking just a small amount each day, he started noticing something subtle but significant. He didn't feel as completely wiped out after his morning walks. His legs didn't ache quite the way they used to. He even felt motivated enough to start doing some light stretching again, which he'd given up on.
Those little improvements add up.
They really do. He said, it's like my body just breathes easier.
Breathes easier. That's a great description.
Isn't it? That's the power of spirulina. Subtle, steady, comprehensive improvement. And what's also intriguing is another study found that people taking spirulina could actually exercise longer before getting tired.
Endurance.
Yes, better endurance, and they recovered faster afterward too. And that's not just for athletes. That's really relevant for anyone who wants to maybe walk a bit farther, garden longer, or simply enjoy their daily activities without hitting that wall of fatigue so quickly.
Okay, that sounds amazing. But I have to ask about the taste. Algae doesn't sound delicious.
Small laugh. Fair point.
Now, a quick heads up is probably needed here. Spirulina does have a distinct taste. It's kind of earthy, maybe a bit sea-like.
Pond scum adjacent.
Maybe a little. I have to admit, my first spoonful was, well, it was an experience.
Agrees softly. But seriously, it can take a little getting used to for some people. The good news is you really don't need huge amounts. Even half a teaspoon or a teaspoon a day can deliver significant benefits.
Small dose, big impact.
Exactly. And People find ways to manage the taste. Some mix it with lemon juice or apple juice. The acidity helps cut through it. Or blend it into a smoothie with strong flavors like banana or berries.
Right, mask it a bit.
Or if you really can't handle the taste, you can always opt for capsule form. You miss out on mixing it into food, but you still get the benefits.
Good options.
Either way, just like the others, consistency is what counts, making it part of your daily routine. Oh, and another interesting bonus with spirulina.
Yes.
It's one of the few reliable natural plant sources of vitamin B12.
Ah, B12. That's crucial.
It really is,
Mm.
and something many older adults are actually deficient in without even realizing it. Low B12 can lead directly to fatigue and that feeling of brain fog.
Yeah, sluggish thinking. Right, so adding spirulina could potentially help you not just feel stronger physically, but maybe sharper and more focused mentally too. It really works gently, kind of like a quiet companion in the background, just helping your whole system function a little bit better every single day.
A true superfood, then.
I think it earns the name. So, okay, wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you listening right now? We've explored 5 really unique natural powders today,
Mhm.
from the familiar whey protein and the gentle pea protein
Right.
to the supportive collagen, the hypoallergenic brown rice protein, and that truly surprising, comprehensive spirulina. The core message, I think, remains really clear and hopeful. Feeling strong, balanced, and full of life is still very, very possible after 60.
Absolutely possible.
And the best part, you absolutely don't need to run out and buy all 5 of these.
No, definitely not.
Even just choosing one that resonates with you, one that fits your needs and your lifestyle, and incorporating it consistently, that alone can significantly shift how your body feels and moves.
That's the key takeaway.
Yeah.
Consistency with even one smart choice. If we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, staying strong after 60 isn't about suddenly performing extreme feats of athleticism.
No.
It's much more about making smart, nourishing choices consistently, day after day.
Yeah.
These powders we've talked about aren't magic bullets,
Right.
but they really are simple yet powerful tools, and tools that can be pretty effortlessly woven into your existing daily routines, whether it's stirred into a smoothie, blended into your morning tea or coffee, or sprinkled into a bowl of soup or oatmeal.
Easy integration.
Very easy.
Okay. And as you think about maybe reclaiming some of that strength and vitality, here's a final thought for you to consider, something to mull over.
Mhm.
What if the quiet act of nurturing your body from within, with simple things like these, what if that's actually the loudest statement you can make about living fully, no matter your age?